Okay guys, I'm here today with Jared Welman, huge honor for me. And guys, Jared is an instructor here at my academy, the Bernardo Faria Academy. And he also has a YouTube channel called Work Harder and Smarter, which is very cool. Make sure to check it out. And he just shot an entire instructional video all about his mobility training. He's a mobility specialist, and the name of the instructional is Movement is Medicine. And he just started like a few months ago. He started a mobility class here at my gym, and everybody is loving. I'm one of the students, so I can attest here. And today Jared is gonna show us here some of the moves that he think can help you. That's very easy to do, that you can do it anywhere. So
absolutely. So thank you, Bernardo, so much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
So mobility is different than stretching. We're gonna get right to it, but think of a rubber band that we're just loosening, many reps over time. That's what we're gonna do. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our knees, both knees, to the wall like this. This is gonna work the low back. I'm gonna walk my hands in so my butt's as close to my hips as I can. And just by shifting here, this is such a good stretch for the lower spine. And notice I'm going to end range of motion and holding. This will loosen that lower back, maybe from sitting, maybe you're at home on the couch or whatever. This is just a good way to loosen up the lower back and hits the shoulders. The other half we're gonna do today is, as I'm here, I'm gonna use my hands, I activate my toes, bring my legs off the mat, and I'm gonna push back. So now I'm hitting the shoulders up at the top to really get that full stretch. Come back down. So my toes, my knees off the mat, and come back up. So these two movements, if you're doing them back and forth, is really working the spine and the shoulders to make sure that we're moving better.
Can I try, Jared?
Of course, please.
So
both shins go against the wall. The hands are right under the shoulders, almost like you're doing a push-up. So if we're here, let's do the first one. We're gonna start up in this high position here. Yep. And the idea is that I'm just bringing my hips down. Yeah, and then coming back. We're just flexing, and arching that spine. And you can feel that in the low back, right?
Yes.
So it's different than stretching. We're not trying to hold for 30 seconds or a minute. We're going to end range of motion, holding for 2 or 3 seconds, and then pausing. Yes.
I love how I'm working on my arms, my shoulders, my lower back, and stretching my legs.
Yeah.
Everything in the same
right
time.
here. And you can feel it's hard. It's hard to straighten the arms, right? It's a lot of work for the upper body too.
That's awesome. And how many times should I do this?
So that's a great question. For this kind of mobility training, probably 10 or 15 reps. You can even do 2 sets. It's different than strength training. Like if I'm lifting weights, I stop after a few sets because I get tired. Mobility, I want to do high reps. So maybe a set of 10 or 15, pause, and then another set of 10 or 15. You could do that once or twice a day, and that'll help loosen up that back.
Got it. And the second move, can you show again?
Sure, of course. This is called a Cobra stretch. It's like doing a push-up. The difference is, instead of pushing here with my elbows out, I'm keeping my elbows in. The 3 steps, I'm putting my toes on the mat, I lift my quads off the mat, and now I'm pushing my elbows straight down. It's a very similar feeling to that low back as what we just did, but now look how much work it is to be up to the top, right? Yes, squeezing those shoulder blades as I come up. Just like that, yes. A lot of work here, a lot of work for the shoulders. So for Jiu-Jitsu, we're always rounding our back, we're pulling in, we're squeezing, and we don't do a lot of the opposite motion, which is this. Can you feel that in the shoulders?
Yep. Oh, Jared. And some personal questions here. So you are close to 47 years old.
Yes, I'll be turning 47 shortly.
And I think if you do like a body fat exam here, you might have a crazy low body fat.
Pretty low.
So does mobility helps on keeping you so healthy like that?
Absolutely. It's not the magic pill, it's not the one answer, but it's part of it. Just like you need to eat a good diet, strength and conditioning, sleeping well, drinking water. But if you take a brand new car and drive it a lot, you never change the oil, you never go to the mechanic, at some point over time, it's going to break down. That's like us as we get older. So mobility is part of keeping your health.
Okay, and how often you would advise someone to work on the mobility? Is it something that they should do every day, 7 days a week?
I would.
Every other day? And for how long as well? I'm asking hard questions.
Those are great questions. In an ideal world, of course, we do an hour or 2 hours of mobility every day all the time, but nobody's going to do that. At some point, it's either too boring or we just don't have time. But if you can spend maybe 10 or 15 minutes, 3 or 4 times a week, that's plenty. However, the more you beat on your body, the more you're doing in jiu-jitsu, the more exercise, the more athletics you're doing, probably the more mobility. It's just like that car. If you take the car on the highway, okay, a few oil changes are fine. You take it 4-wheeling and you go off on the trails and beat it up, you need to do more self-care, more mobility. So if you're training jiu-jitsu, every time you train jiu-jitsu, if you can do 10, maybe 15 minutes of mobility, that's perfect.
Okay, no, that's great. And no, that's awesome. And I love the fact that it's so easy. Like you can go to your carpet on your living room,
do it anywhere.
Do the mobility in 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
And coincidence, the ones that you do here in the gym, it is 15 minutes.
It's 15 minutes after
it's
class.
15 minutes on the clock.
Yeah,
Because I do it and I see, yeah.
Everybody finishes the rounds, they're sweating, but instead of sitting down and talking, which has its place, of course we want to talk after the class, but while we're talking, we do mobility. And by the time those 15 minutes are done, we've cooled down, we feel loose.
I feel like a new person after doing it. Like it's almost like I was born again.
I love it.
No, that's awesome, Jerry. So guys, make sure to check it out. His new instructional videos are going to be BJJFanatics.com. The name is Movement is Medicine, so make sure to check it out for Jared Welman. Movement is Medicine, and it's coming out very soon. Maybe by the time you're watching, it's already there. So hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks so much.
Thanks so much,
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTube Faria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.